Well, Zero Friction actually started out as a wood golf tee company. I personally was in the woodworking industry, and we made wood dowels. And when I was setting up a factory in China to produce wood dowels for us, I set them up to produce wood tees because a wood tee is derived from a wood dowel rod. So we started out as a wood tee company, wholesaling wood tees. After a number of years, we found out how commoditized and how challenging it was to make a living selling wood tees. And when I was out playing one day, I thought to myself, you know, everybody, sports today is all about performance. Performance apparel, performance shoes, golf balls, drivers. Why isn't there a performance tee? And that's when we sat down and created the three-prong Zero Friction tee, which in essence is the foundation of our company today. We've now transitioned into the Zero Friction branded company for everything that we make. What happened was I was thinking about how do I get the ball pooched up more on the tee and have less surface contact of the ball on the tee and reduce the spin. And so what I came up with was the tripod design, because when you put a golf ball on the Zero Friction tee, there's 66% less tee to ball surface coverage. And a normal traditional golf tee has a concave cup, and the ball nestles in the cup. And when you hit down on it, it creates backspin. Once you start to create backspin, you start to create dispersion and drag. So the ball will knock down faster, and it'll go right or left of center line faster. So we've had the tees tested out in Carlsbad at Golf Laboratories, and our tees travel, the golf ball will travel 5 yards further off of our tee. But more importantly, a wood tee is 14 feet right or left of center line. Our tee is 7 feet right or left of center line, so it's a 50% differential. I remember being out on tour once with Kenny Perry, and Kenny looked at me and he said, "John, I'll always use Zero Friction tees. I'm never outside the first cut." And that was a really nice compliment to be paid by a world champion like Kenny Perry. So the brand has a lot of cachet to it, and people really like the brand and the tees and the technology behind it. And I think the next thing that really came about was the golf glove. And the golf glove came about because I wanted a black golf glove in 2013. And I went over to the retailer to purchase a black golf glove, and it was a sea of white. All gloves were white, and I couldn't understand why. And I thought to myself, boy, somebody should really come out with a really high quality glove in one size, because if they did, then you could put, you know, 12 different colors on one peg. But today, all the manufacturers in the industry want their own branded glove. But most people don't realize one men's glove comes in 11 sizes. So if you wanted 6 colors, you would need 66 SKUs. With us, we started out with 6 colors, and it was 6 SKUs. That was it. So it's 6 versus 66. So immediately the retailers gravitated to the glove. But the key to the glove was to make sure that it was ultra high quality and ultra high fitting. Because most gloves, it doesn't matter who the brand is, a large from brand A and a large from brand B and a large from brand C are all different. Not one will fit you the same. Our glove only expands when required. So you get a custom fit, it molds to your hand. The golf ball came about because we were looking for some product line extensions, and you know, to get off the first tee, everybody needs a golf tee, a golf ball, and a golf glove. Can't play the game without them. And so we thought to ourselves, well, we have the tee and we have the glove, and why don't we work into the ball category? And then when the color golf ball became so popular, it played right into our portfolio of colored tees and colored gloves. So then we started to work with a manufacturer, a very high quality manufacturer, to make the golf ball for us, and we chose to make an 80 compression 2-piece Surlyn cover golf ball. And it has a 312 dimple pattern, which is proprietary to us. And it's our own pattern, and the reason we did a 312 dimple pattern is because it could reduce a lot of spin. And the fewer dimples, the ball actually rolls smoother on the putting surface. Most golf balls have a 428 dimple pattern, which is 30% more, and that's a lot more ridges on the ball, and so the ball won't roll as smoothly. So we went to this 312. The key to our ball, though, is the cover. Surlyn comes in degrees of hardness from 1 being the softest to 10 being the hardest. And we choose a 1. We pay a premium for it, but by doing so, players that want an ultra soft feel can play our golf ball. So the Super Tube was one of those wonderful mistakes that blossomed into something positive. When we came out with the golf ball, we wanted customers to see the colors of the golf balls, because that would be the primary attraction to purchase them, instead of putting them in a regular cardboard sleeve. So I was going to put them in an acrylic tube just like this, and that's how we would merchandise them. But the acrylic company sent me a 12-inch long tube, which was, of course, far too big for 3 golf balls. And then I was in a little bit of a panic state because I had a deadline within 24 hours. And I thought, gee, what am I going to do with this 12-inch tube? And I thought, what'll fit in it? So I just happened to throw a dozen tees in the bottom, lime. This is actually the exact one that I did as a prototype. Then I threw 3 lime golf balls and had enough room to fold the glove in there. And so I said to myself, wow, that is one Super Tube. And we ended up naming it the Super Tube, and it's really become a phenom and has a life of its own. We sell these worldwide now. And from a retail perspective, this retails at $19.99. So for $19.99, the golfer has everything they need to get out on the golf course and tee off. So it's just fantastic, and nothing is sized. It's all one size. So it's perfect. And we now are doing these for tournaments where we can customize the glove with a metal ball marker. We could stamp the golf balls for the tournament, and we can also imprint the tees for the tournament. So it's fully customizable for corporate and for tournaments. It kind of all goes back to being the one size, because to have the licensing and to try to do it on size gloves, you'd need 11 sizes just to do a Chicago Cubs or Blackhawks or any team. And because we have color gloves, we coordinate the school or team color along with the glove. So we're able to coordinate all of it, and then we have the colored golf balls that we could again match, and we can do the same thing with tees. And nobody else has this platform. And the big online retailer is Fanatics, and they have just we're the only glove that they offer because we do this, and we sell a tremendous amount of product because of that.